Alright, so this is a mint here. I'm gonna go through basically making a Mickey category guide. So this is like I'll first introduce myself. So basically, I'm Mint Montgomery. Have current world record in both Mickey and Donald, but this tutorial is gonna just be focused on just the solo Mickey category. I'm gonna go through like basic and more advanced strats for like each screen and so on. So yeah, let's get straight into it anyway. So I'm assuming you already know the basic mechanics if you're watching this. So it's just like sprint, jump, and cape is the three buttons this has basically. And then as I go, there's advanced strats that will eventually come up, and I'll like say, they're gonna be common for multiple screens, and I'll like point them out anyway. But yeah, the first screen is pretty straightforward for most of it. So it's just running and jumping over these guys. I like to jump when I get on this little dent there. Other than that, it's basically just running forward, killing the enemy, and then when you get to this part, this is where it gets. So I think I've actually saved states here to oh, not that one. Sorry, it takes me a long time to go through these states. Ever since I updated RetroArch with this like warning slot message. Takes a while, but we'll get there eventually. Okay, how many times did I mash the button? We're gonna have to let it play out. And eventually, there we go. So then we press 1. Load. And so okay, so you see now the other part of the screen is basically just running and jumping, nothing too advanced. This is the first part where you can I'm going to show both the basic strat and the advanced strat. So firstly, basic is just letting Mickey go up like normal. I'm not even touching any buttons, I'm just letting Mickey go up by himself. And it looks like that. On the last one you'll actually have to like move at the end, because otherwise he won't make it. So I'm drifting forward, like, yeah, so he won't make it to the last one. But so yeah, that's basically what you do for the basic strat. For the advanced strat, this is a very, very hard strat though, so until you maybe have like I wouldn't really recommend this for it unless you're in like the 16-15 kind of mark, at least, but like time. But basically what it is you want to time an A press just when that log is about to land. And if you tap A I do short hop, so it means even if I miss it like this, I get to try it again really fast. That's like more optimal than if I do full hops. It takes me really long before I get to try it again. But yeah, the goal is to hit A just as this log lands. And it's like a frame, I think it might be a frame perfect trick. I'm not exactly sure on how lenient it is, but it feels pretty strict. But if you press A just as this lands, you notice I get a huge boost there. A really, really big boost. And then you just hold left to land on this one. So I've already skipped, I think, like 2 seesaws. And if I do this again, I'll try get it again here. So I got it again. So with 2 of those jumps, I can immediately get to the top. I'm not sure on exactly the time save, but it is a big time save. If you got both of them first try, it means you get to skip multiple seesaws and you do a lot less jumps. So the basic way is just basically letting yourself, go up, and then yeah. Just make sure it's like just as the log's gonna land, that's when you tap A. So I'll show it off one last time, like show off this. So now, yeah. So it's even hard for me as well. Like I've grinded it a lot, so I have some consistency, but it's definitely not an easy trick to do. So there it is. So there's another hard trick coming up, which is well, the basic way to do this I'll show off first is basically just like running. You can take that guy's damage, cape them, and just kind of run and come down the tree. You'll meet a guy here and you just jump over him, and you can jump cape these guys and then jump in here. But if you're looking to do the advanced way, it's a lot more complicated. So I've only got a save state here, so I'll do these again. Good practice, I guess. So I can't get my mouse in this sadly, but there's like, I like to crouch on, there's a wee indent on this one here, and that's where I like to do my running crouch. Basically it's a crouch boost we're gonna get. So I like to crouch there, and then this is a common thing you're gonna do throughout the game is keeping your momentum with jumps. So when you have any speed, if you constantly jump after you have a lot of speed, you'll keep your momentum and you can carry that over with jumps. So I even do it there after the hard trick on the seesaw. But yeah, crouch here, and then after I see I've got the crouch boost, I jump to keep my momentum. And even when I'm down here, I can jump again and I still keep a wee bit of speed. And then that's that. So yeah, crouch boost is also very hard though, so I'd only really recommend it for when you have a 16-15 sort of time range. It's like more a visual cue of like there's a wee indent I use on that one specifically, but a lot of it is just like watching runners, like watching back VODs of like seeing how it's done, and then like kind of trying reenacting where they crouched and so on, and jumping, making sure to jump not too early, but when you get the crouch. Because oh yes, a thing I forgot to go over doing this as well is if you were to like let go of crouch too early, this would happen, where I would take the hit stun from the enemy and I wouldn't be able to jump. But if you hold crouch for longer, when you're crouched, you actually you take the damage, but you actually take no hit stun. It's called like a damage boost using crouch. So make sure to hold crouch for long enough to take the damage and then jump afterwards to keep the speed. Because if you try jump too early, you'll get hit and not be able to jump. So just make sure to not jump too early. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing the screen right there where it is. So load this. That is not the right state. I'm guessing all my oh, here it is. I must have missed one. That was a co-op one. But yeah, here the basics is just running, jump keeping. Yeah, like that. Then you just go to the end and jump inside this flower. And then you'll just run here. I'm just showing off the basic strat. I'll show you the advanced way next. You run back up here, jump up here, and then you just crouch here. Each crouch will get another pedal away, and then you just run and jump on all these. Jump in the flower, and then you can just run in here. The advanced strat here, we're going to use a lot of what I talked about where you jump to keep your momentum. There's also another thing that I'm going to explain here where if you ledge jump, if you ledge jump off objects, you actually get more momentum as well. So that's why I'm waiting off each of these things to jump, because I'll get more speed off a ledge jump. So I'm going to jump again, and jump. So as you can see, I used the speed from the ramp by jumping on the right times. I was able to keep my speed right until I got to the flower. And then there's a little jump here you do. So basically anytime you land with speed, try to jump, like jump now. And you can see I kept all the speed. So the main thing about this is jumping is easy to keep the speed, but it's like knowing what way you want to jump to make sure you don't land on the ramp. So what I do here is I do like a mini full hop, and then I do like a full hop after that, and it'll skip the ramp every time. So do like a medium jump, like don't hold there for a bit, then let go, and on the last one do a full hop. And if you got the correct speed, you should be able to just skip the ramp entirely. It saves quite a bit of time than taking the ramp. Okay, so this next screen is pretty easy. The basic way is basically the same as the advanced, except with the advanced way you do the ledge jumps I was talking about. So I'll do the advanced way because it's pretty much the same as the basic. So you do so I'm basically going to try go as close to the ledge as possible before each jump, so I gain speed, so I can skip some of these webs by that. Yeah. Then you can obviously do the seesaw jump on this if you want. It might save a little bit of time if you jump momentum. I'll try get it. So if you jump and keep your momentum, I think it saves very little time, but unless you're really wanting like a small, like maybe not even a second time save, I would say just don't go for the seesaw boost there. It's not really worth it. Even if you mess it up once, you're pretty much losing time. Then this part is just an auto scroller, so it is literally walk and just get the bags and follow the spider. There's nothing advanced about it. You literally just like wait and follow the track of the web, and there's nothing advanced for like speed running it. Then you just jump to the end and that's it. So now is the first boss. So the boss doesn't actually spawn until I go into the middle of the screen, but I'll explain. So what I do here is I go to the middle, jump on the second. I try to I'll do it again. So 1. So here, so middle he spawns, jump on the first web, jump to the second, and then cape him twice there. You can wait here, cape him once, and then cape him again. It's 4 times, and then I'll go into this state. What the advanced strat here is I wait, and I always try cover top left, but you can cover middle or top right or top left. When his feet just go off the screen, jump cape. I missed it, he spawned in the middle, he didn't give me good RNG there for what I went for. But that is the boss, so I'll go for a middle this time because the RNG will probably stay the same since I stated. But yeah, as you can see, it's always pretty much just like the same, just getting those 4 hits. Just run, go to the first web, turn around, cape. You can even stay on the first one and just double cape, and you can just still stay on the first one and jump full cape, jump cape again. And then I'm going to try cover the middle here because I think the RNG will stay the same, just to show off that like you can get a quick kill if your RNG is good. And he can spawn top left, middle, and top right. So now, as you can see, since I kind of knew it was going in the middle, I just went to the middle and caped at the right time, and it was a fast kill. Otherwise, you can just kind of wait, see where he spawns, and just jump cape him there, so it's not too much of an issue. You won't even lose a second, really. So this is another easy level. It's an auto scroller. So basically, it's just press A to like keep going up. So I just like stay at the bottom of the screen, pretty much just slightly above the tornado by pressing A every so often. Not too complicated, it's pretty simple. I go over this one, and then I basically try to stay at the bottom until I get these like bags that are coming up, just to get all the items I can, because I can't really do anything else to go quicker. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy. There's a couple auto scrollers in this game and they're pretty straightforward. So get those 3 bags, and then I go up to get these 4 bags. And there's a life in that cloud, so I make sure to go in line with the cloud after I get the bags. And that's literally it. There's nothing more I can really say about that cloud level. It's like, that's all there is to it. Just holding forward and tapping A to make sure you don't get hit. Staying at the bottom and going to the top at the end, and that's literally all you have to do. So this is like the level that has the first like major glitch. Like those exploits with like the seesaw glitch and like the crouch boost and stuff. But this one we're actually going to glitch through the map. So, which save state is it here? So I'm gonna run here, jump, then jump cape this, jump cape these. So what you want to do the glitch is, I'm not even going to show the basic way to do it because I never do the basic way, and the glitch is it's really fast and really easy to pull off. So basically what you do is you want to rise this first one here. It doesn't matter about rising the second one in the back, like behind that one, but you want to make sure that one's rised, and then you run off, and don't go here because it'll still be up. If I run back, it'll still be up. So you want to make sure to run off and go down here, because this basically means it's going to have reset and it's not going to be up anymore, that rock that we just stood on to make rise. But make sure to go down here. If you run to here, it won't work. You have to go to here. So basically what I'll do is I would jump off this and land here, and that'll make it work. You need to make sure to be this far, and then it'll despawn and it'll go back down. And what this lets you do is, now it's treated as it was up, but it has you can't go on it again, so you'll just fall through it. So once you fall through it, hold left to go into this wall, and once you run, then if you run to the right, you'll just fall through, and just keep holding sprint and right, and you'll just go to the end of the level basically. You'll just keep doing this until the end of the level like that, and that's the level over. So it's even if you do the glitch slow, you'll still save time from doing the regular way, so you may as well do it. Just follow the steps there I said, and it can't really go wrong. Even if you get by the enemies, it doesn't affect it. As long as you go far enough to despawn the pillar, you're okay. Okay, so in this level I'll do the basic kind of way to do it. So just basic little jumps to get on the clouds, nothing too crazy. You can take it a wee bit slower if you're not as confident in the platforming here. And then I'll show the advanced route after. But yeah, it's just running forward and jumping, so nothing too crazy. Running along this. You can jump over that guy if you want, but taking that isn't too bad. Going on these clouds, jump here, and that's the end of the level. We're gonna do it the advanced way now. So I take the top cloud and I jump to keep momentum. So as I was saying, a crucial thing in this game is jumping to keep speed. So you want to jump before the cloud has reached its like destination, so you still have the speed. Because if I jump at the end of it, as you see, I don't really get any speed. So you want to jump a wee bit before it's like stop traveling. And for this part, you can actually outrace that bird that's ahead of me there if you actually keep enough speed. But I got a really bad jump boost. But I will try to show it off one more time. But yeah, basically the advanced strat, the difference from advanced and basic is the fact that you're jumping constantly to keep so much more speed. And you're also ledge jumping to get more speed off every jump. More risky, but every bit of speed matters if you're going for a really, really good time. So as you can see, all the speed I'm getting from those moving clouds is like a lot. So as you can see, I didn't overtake the bird there, but we're a lot more on point with like, we almost did overtake him. We were just a wee bit slow, but yeah, you can. It's just about jumping at the right time and keeping speed. Okay, so now we have the second boss. This boss is fairly easy. It's very, very easy actually. So he'll spawn when I go to the middle as well. So I stay to the right side of him. So he'll go to the opposite side of you because he always stay on the side. So run to him. Keep, go to the middle again. Well, like a wee bit slightly to the middle. And then as soon as you see him jump, just sprint, and then when he lands, you keep him. And you just do that over and over. And it's the same pattern pretty much every time. You can just react to where he lands and keep. So it's not too hard at all. So run, keep, go slightly to the middle. Run, keep, slightly to the middle. Run, keep, slightly to the middle. And it's just rinse, repeat. Like literally no different. He can go different differences in his jump, but you can just like see where he goes and like wait for him to land. And that's the boss. Really, really easy boss. Nothing really to it, to be honest. Okay, then we have the swimming level. So yeah, then just run to the end of the screen, mash A, and you'll get to the next level. But here is the swimming level next. So this part is just, at the start you just hold forward pretty much and let yourself like tap A a couple of times. You'll avoid these fish. You'll see the fish, so you don't want to press A too much. You can just mash A to keep into the ceiling. If you actually touch the floor, it resets your speed, which I'll show off after I've shown the level. But I take that hit there because you should have a lot of life. So stay to the right here, and then once you see that edge rock, like the rock really to the edge, I go to the left and just keep mashing A. Then I push to the right and keep mashing A to make sure you don't touch the ground because we don't want to get slower speed. I stay under this fish and then I just mash A and take the hit here. So I'm just holding forward and A. So in these bubbles, as you can see, the shell doesn't come here unless I'm... So what I need to do is I need to press left and keep mashing A. And if you're looking away from the shell, then he'll come. And once he's touched the bubbles like that, once you press right and face him, the bubbles will go away because he'll close. And it'll let you pass like that. So basically, just keep doing that. Keep holding right and making sure you don't touch the ground, so you keep all the speed you can. And don't tap A too much, or else you won't make it through the gaps. Mash A here because we want to go up, and then just kind of mashing A slowly there to make sure we don't go too high and go into the ceiling and get stuck. But yeah, that's pretty much the swimming level. I'll go over it one more time, but it's like fairly basic. Like there's not too much to it. So, oh, wrong state there. So holding forward, pressing A, making sure we get below that fish, which we did, and then we just keep tapping A, let ourselves fall below this crevice, and then we can mash A into the roof. Rather than wanting to get stuck there, we just keep we tap A in a rhythm there to just take the fish damage but not get stuck. Say I got stuck a wee bit there, so you don't want that to happen. Just holding off in here, press A, go into this wee pokey rock that's poking out there, mash A. When you get above that wee rock, just forward and A. Nothing too crazy, just try not to touch the ground. You can take the fish, if you have enough health you can take this fish damage and the spike damage, but I like to only take the spike damage. Once you get to the bubbles, you turn around left, keep mashing A, then he's touched the bubbles, press A and right, or press right and then start pressing A again. Honestly, it's just keeping A to stay slightly above the ground and then mashing A like on these parts when you need to go up. And that's it. Just don't touch the ground and press left the opposite direction when you want the bubbles to go away on the clam. Let him go to the bubbles and then turn facing him again, and that's really the level. Okay, here is just sprint. So crouching is just crouching A, so all it is you sprint to this, hold crouching A, And yeah, this is that screen. Okay, this screen has a very advanced method. I'm going to show off the basic method first. So this is just me sprinting, running, jump cape that starfish. You can actually jump. This starfish is a pretty tight jump, but it's not too bad. Just when you're about to touch him, just jump and you'll clear it. Jump. Yeah, so you can take some damage here. If not, you can like wait. You can wait on these. You can wait for one. So basically, like say if you're a bit slow, you can wait for it and then go on it. So that's the basic way of like you can wait, and then if you're a bit slow, just wait for it to close and then jump to it, and it'll stay closed while Mickey's on the clam. So wait for that to go down, jump on it, and that's the level. So the advanced way is a lot harder, but a lot faster. So first of all, this is the hardest part of the level, probably the crouch boost at the start. I do a visual cue. That was a very, very good one. Jump cape that. And I just jump after the crouch boost to keep my speed. Then I want ledge jumps here because ledge jumps give me more speed. So I'm basically going to try and do the cycle of... See, I never had to stop and then ledge jump here. But as you can see, I never had to... I probably should go a bit slower. I just realized. But yeah, crouch boost. I do it like just when I'm at the semicircle around. Yeah. Jump to keep speed. Then here, get ledge jumps, then you can get all these cleared in one cycle and you don't have to wait for any clams. If you get ledge jumps, you can get the distance to land on each one, as you just seen there. I missed that jump, but you can make it. On this jump here, on this cliff jump, you want a ledge jump, or at least get a far enough jump to avoid this fountain. Because if you don't jump far enough, you'll land on this, which wastes a lot of time, because it rises and you have to run off again. Whereas I'll show you if you could do a ledge jump. Okay, that was a bit of a speed boost, but not the best one. Okay, let's redo that. So... yeah, even this trick's hard for me. These crouch boosts are really, really tough. So until going for a super good time, as I said, do not really go for this. Wouldn't recommend it, at least. But yeah, there's a mini crouch boost, not the best one, but there's one. Jump over that starfish up here. Let's jump on each of these. This isn't too bad. Just about getting the timing down for ledge jumping, so you can make it to each oyster. So that's that, and then you want to get a ledge jump here so you avoid this fountain because it's a huge time loss. It's like a good couple of seconds. Then on this end part, instead of waiting for this oyster, you crouch here because remember, if you crouch and take damage, you actually don't take any hit stun. So walk till a wee bit before the spikes, and then intentionally like crouch and press A to crawl into them. Take the damage and just walk past the oyster. Like you'll have invincibility because you've took damage. And you can damage boost through the oyster. Just make sure to crouch so you don't get hit stun on the spikes. And that's the advanced way to do that screen. So next is the ship level. So here we have, I'll go through this. You just run and basically jump. Before you see each of those wee cracks, you basically want to jump over them. And then I do a full up here, a full up cape, and another full up cape. Basically do 3 full ups on the first 2, do capes. And then I just run past all these pitchforks and crouch boost the last pitchfork. Because otherwise you have to like wait for other pitchforks and it's really slow. A shark pops up here, it's about getting the timing, but a shark pops up like right here. So when you're like after, where are these sharks at? So there's a shark there. So you basically want to like get down the timing of like jump caping the shark that spawns around this area. Jump cape him so you don't take damage and you can move on after going like this. So for these stairs there's like starfish that come. What I've counted it, so I do a 2 jump, 2 jump, 2 jump cape, then a 1 jump, then a 2 jump cape. So it's basically 2, 2, 2, and on the third 2 you cape. Then you do 1, and then after the 1 you do a 2 and you cape. It's like really awkward, but basically what it is, I'll show it again. So it's 2, 2, 2 with a cape, then you go 1 step, and then it's, well, he came back again. I didn't expect that. I was trying to do it slowly to really explain it. But so jump just before the cracks, like that, short ups. Then I do a full up cape, and you're up. Then I run past all these until the last one I crouch boost. Another method you actually can do is you can dash. Like you can beat it with a dash and then you can dash back. Just remember though, if you do that, I'll show you what will happen if you do that. On the first pitchfork specifically. So full hop, cape, full hop, cape. So you do have a cape on the first full hop, get it clearing 2 stairs, and on the third cape clearing 2 stairs as well, and you've got a full hop clearing 2 stairs in between that. So if I do this bait strat on the first one where I bait it but don't get hit by it, like I don't crouch it, that means the first one would hit me, which means I have to do that again for the first one and the last one. Whereas if you do the crouch strat, so 2 stairs cape, 2 stairs, 2 stairs cape, 2 stairs. Right, so if I do the crouch strat, this one will not hit me because I'm going fast enough, and all I have to do is crouch the last one again. I don't have to dodge the first one in the sequence. So get a ledge jump here to avoid these 2 sharks, and then remember a shark's coming up right here, so you jump cape him, and then you do 2 step, 2 step, 2 step cape, 1 step, 2 step cape, and then you do the last 2 step. Okay, and then there's an advanced strat here that the basic strat is just pressing down and then pressing A and letting Mickey go the whole way just by crouching. Like just hold down an A, and you know, as you see, I just crouch through, and I'll just clear the level here, and then I'll do the advanced way for that crouch. Running down here. I cape this and then just hold down an A and then sprint to the end, and you're going to be on the third boss. But before that, I'm going to show you the advanced way on these like crouching sections. There's another way you can get through quicker while not just doing the standard crouch. So full up cape, full up cape, full up. We run past until the last one, so this is the last one, we crouch it. So it's on the 5th trident every time you want to crouch. And then ledge jump, shark, yeah. And then full hop, cape, a 1, and then a jump cape. I was slow in the cape, right? But the advanced strat here is if you sprint and mash down, because you want to like mash in between your forward and down on the D-pad, like the in-between part, you want to mash between down and forward while holding sprint. And if you do that, you'll basically like shimmy through this gap instead of crouching. So if I crouch, it looks like that, obviously. But if I shimmy, so I'm gonna hold sprint and I'm gonna mash down and forward on my D-pad, and you'll see what it looks like. So basically, I'm going down and right like that, and it's faster doing that if you have good mashing. But it can be kind of hard to get used to. But basically, it's just mashing down and right on the D-pad while holding forward, or forward and down on the D-pad while you're holding sprint, and you'll be quick. If you do it quick enough, you'll just run while crouching quick enough to get through it, and you can do it quicker than like the regular crouch. You can do it here as well, so shimmy through that, and that's it. But yeah, just give it a go, like practicing it. So basically just sprint down and forward, and just wiggle your thumb between down and forward on the D-pad, and you'll get that. So next boss, the shark. So how you want to start off the shark is you want to run to the left first. Let him do, so I've seen him once. Let him go back and forward twice. So once, then twice, and then I run out a bit till about here, and then when you see him, you want to cape him once, run back into the corner, wait for him to come to you, and cape him again. Then what you want to do is run to this door and face the left. He's going to do 5 of these, he's going to dash between you 5 times, and he's going to end up on the left on his 5th one. After the 5th one, he's going to pop up. And you're going to have to time a cape when he pops up. So sprint to the left. So wait, let me do that again because it's a bit slow getting there. So 1. So as you can see, this makes him like quicker if you go to the left. It manipulates him so he goes on and off screen quicker. So I see him, cape 1, run to the left, cape him again. Then after you cape him twice, you run to the left part of the door. So 1, 2 times, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 times. He pops out cape. I missed it. So run to the left. So you can see, say if I stand here, you can see how much longer it is for him to go from one screen to the other. because he went all the way to the door. Where if I get to the left side quick enough, look how fast he goes from right to left, because he doesn't go all the way to the door, because he's tracking where Mickey is. So it's best if you're to the left, so you get him on and off screen quicker. And then keep again, and then run to the left side of the door. So he's 1 side of me, 2 side of me, 3 side of me, 4 side of me, 5. Pop up cape. Turn to the right, cape here, and then he's gonna go to the left and attack you. He's go to the right of him after the cape, after he comes back on screen for the cape, and cape him again. He's gonna come back for you on the last hit and then cape him again. So one more time, run to the left. So yeah, he done a bigger arc that time because I didn't make it to the left in time. But yeah, that second arc was a lot quicker. So see him, cape, run to the left, cape. So 1, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Now he's at the left side of me, cape him again. He's gonna come to the right screen, cape him, run to the left of him, and then cape. Or run to the right of him, but run left and then cape him again, because he's gonna come for you, and then you're gonna just turn around, cape him once his invincibility is dead, and that's how you do that boss quickly. So once you're at this part, just literally press right and A, like press right and mash A, like hold right and mash A, and you'll instantly get pushed to the next screen. So like that. What a lot of people, I'll quickly do this boss again, just to show that off. But yeah, as you can see, by pushing left and A or right and A, I was able to just go straight to the next screen. So cape, run to the left, cape. I missed it. Trying to talking and executing is hard, but we'll get there. So then run away, cape, run to the left, turn around, cape, run to the left side of the door. Wait for him to be on the left side of me after 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left, cape, turn around, cape him as soon as he comes on screen, run to the left, turn around, cape, and that's how you do Shark. So I think I went over that enough times. It can be kind of tricky to get used to all the timings and stuff, but you'll get there just with practicing enough eventually. Then just press start past that text. So instead of doing up and right and A here, I'm gonna go to the middle and then tap A. So that works too, but it's a bit slower. So you just want to hold right and mash A, and it'll bring you to this screen. So this screen has a very hard advanced strat, but you can also just do it. So I'll show off the basic way first. So the basic way is just jump cape this guy, jump on this stapler, then jump on this stapler, and then you want to activate this spray, which you can just walk across this and never goes away. So run across that, and then you go on this stapler and go past this jar. Yeah, you can just jump cape this guy, and then you go into this door and just mash A whenever any text comes up. Just mash A pretty much. It brings you to this one. Keep that wee pencil, wait for this thing to come across, and then just jump and jump again. Get to this. So this is pretty much the end of the screen. It's basically just running and jumping and making sure you kill the enemies. And then you jump in here, keep him before you jump, and then just walk in there. So now I'll show off the advanced strat. So these staplers, also like the seesaw jumps, there's stapler jumps, which are also a very, very hard timing trick. Basically, when you're about to land, when you have just landed on the stapler, you want to press A at the right time. As you can see, this is this is your standard jump height right here. But if I tap A at the right time, when I do it, so I got a huge jump there. So basically, what that jump meant is I can skip this. I can skip this stapler and this spray entirely, and I can just skip those out and immediately land up there. But when you're doing the seesaw or the stapler jump, make sure you're holding a direction when you're tapping A. Because if you just tap A to try time the big jump, it doesn't work. You have to have horizontal momentum, which is basically you need to be holding a direction. So what I do is I hold right into these books, and then I press back if I miss it to go back on the stapler. So I'm holding right, I'm pressing A here, and if I get it, then I push left. So when I get it, I'm going to go left. When I get it, it's hard though, as you can see. Okay, I don't know, maybe it was this much. We'll eventually get it, like that, hold left, go up on this one, and then obviously this is going to be the same thing. So I'm just holding right and pressing A whenever I land on the stapler on the A press. Because if I'm only pressing A, that big jump will never work. Just to really make it clear, you need to make sure to be holding a direction. I can hold left and do it, I can hold right and do it, but you may as well be holding right and do it because that's more closer to the finish. So I hold right and do it, and then you can land on this, jump on this, and that's gonna get you there. So basically you want to time your A press just as you basically land on the stapler. So I like press A now. So press A now. So yeah, luckily both of those worked. That was pretty surprising, but yeah. Like, I'm surprised I got both first try. But yeah, it's literally just as you land on the stapler, you want to hold right or hold left and press A. And if you've timed it all right, make sure to hold A as well when you do to keep all the momentum. I don't think you have to hold A, but do just in case. If you've done all that right, you'll get a huge jump, and with 2 of those jumps, you can skip out loads of this level and save a lot of time. And that's this level. So now we go into Candyland. We'll do the basic way first. So we'll just run on this, let this go to the end. The boat just does not scroll, so let it go to the end, jump here. Just run across to the next one. You can keep that plane if you want. Run, jump, run, jump, run, jump, run, jump. Then when you jump on these squeeze down, and so you can wait till this goes across, and then you can jump on this platform, and then this goes up, and then you can jump up here. Oh, I done the advanced strat. So the non-advanced strat would just be jumping here, jump here, jump here. So this is basically just basic platforming. Jump cape that guy, because otherwise you'll get hit. You can jump here to avoid that guy, even not even needing a ledge jump, so you may as well jump over it. Then when you get to this bottle, jump and you'll get to this screen. Now I'll show you the advanced way. So that was just basic platforming with that one. So we're going to use momentum jumping to keep momentum here. So I jump before that ends, and I keep momentum by keep jumping. So jump, jump. So as you can see, I'm keeping a wee bit more speed there by just jumping. On these clouds, the advanced strat is to jump immediately as you've landed on them, because no way they squish down. So if I try jump a wee bit after, I will make it to that platform. As you see, I'm too low to make on that platform. But if I jump immediately off this, I keep enough height because I don't let it go fully down. So the advanced strat here is to jump as soon as you land on the cloud, and you want to do that for all of these clouds. So I missed it on that one, but if you get a good one, you can do it like that. A ledge jump here will let you land on this, so you don't even have to do 2 jumps. So ledge jump. So I missed it there. So if you miss it, you'll have to do like jump here. Oh my, I keep hitting it. Right. Jump here. I missed it, so you'll have to jump here, and it'll take an extra jump. But if you get a ledge jump, you'll skip that and just jump it straight to here, and then it's just jump cape. It's basically the same idea from here on out. Jump over the cherry, ledge jump here to get a bit more speed getting over the enemy, and then just try ledge jump off every edge. Edge jump here, and you can make it straight to the cork as well. So this is the easiest screen probably in the entire game. Like super, super, super easy. Literally, there is an invincibility power up you can get if you're on like 1 HP, but if you're on if you have enough health, you can literally just press down to the bottom of the screen, and literally, I've literally set my controller down at this point. Mickey will take, I think, is like 1 or 2 damage before he gets a cake at the end of the level. So yeah, you take 2 damage, and at the end of the level, it doesn't matter that you took 2 damage because you get a cake. And that's literally the screen. So just as soon as that level starts, just hold down, go to the bottom, and just wait till you get the cake at the end. So then when you're about to land, there's going to be a gap. Make sure to hold forward and sprint. Yeah, I'm going to just speed this up. Or can I speed? No, I can't speed it up. So yeah, if you're only on 1 HP or 2 HP, make sure to get the invincibility. So that's just stand at the bottom of the screen after the second yellow, those things that hit you, whatever they are, like stars or asteroid things, spiky things. And after the second one, just scroll up to get this invincibility, and then you can just go back to the bottom of the screen, and you won't take any hits, and you'll get the cake at the end. So after the screen, you want to hold forward and sprint, and there's going to be an enemy directly below you, so I want to cape now. Basically, it's just learning the timing to cape because there's an enemy there. Then here it's just basically running and caping enemies. just keep holding, running, and not jumping here, just letting yourself fall, and that's great. And there's not really any more advanced way to do it. Maybe you can like just get hit by the enemy instead of doing that hard timing cape as soon as you land. But I would recommend timing the cape, because even if you miss it, you just get hit anyway, so you may as well try it. So Madam Mim, there is a quick way to do Madam Mim, but I don't think I'm going to be... Okay, so I might actually get it here. So yeah, I got the quick... Or no, I didn't get the quick kill. I can't really with this save state, sadly. I'm going to have to make a new save state. Yeah, I'm going to go back a save state and make a new one. Yep, so pretty much just chilling at the bottom of the screen, as we said. I have enough, I have over 2 health, so I don't need the invincibility card, so I'm going to wait to get the cake, refill the entire health gauge. So yeah, I'll show it without using the cape this time, so I'll just like get hits or whatever. You may as well try time the cape, but if you get hit, it's no real biggie. So yeah, no cape there, you get hit. The main thing is if you get hit, there's going to be a candy cane here, so you can maybe crouch boost there, like crouch that enemy and just take the damage and then run to the end. You should have enough health because you just got a cake. So then press 1. I'm going to make a new state like right here. So I'm going to show you the quick kill. So it's the quick kill is run, cape. Oh, I missed it. Well, I'll show you the regular way to do it actually first. So cape, and wait till she moves, cape. Wait, let me right. I'm not used to doing it the normal way, so we cape and then wait till she goes to another location. Cape, another location. Cape, cape. Oh, I missed one cape, but then she'll come back down and shoot lightning. If you take the lightning, it's fine. You can just cape her again, then jump cape. But the fast way means she doesn't even ever land if you do it well. So it's like waiting for. It's like a timing thing. So cape. Once she starts moving, you cape again. Once she moves in the middle, you cape. Once she goes to the right, you cape. Left, you cape, and then you cape on the middle. So basically, it's like the first cape is the hard. The second cape is the hard one. So it's just as she moves, you want to cape. This one is the hardest one to hit. You have to make sure her invincibility's ran out. So cape. So that didn't work out because if she doesn't flash, it means it didn't work. So cape. She's moving. So cape. Middle cape. To the right cape. To the left cape, and then on the last one, for some reason on the last hit, you can cape her as fast as possible as soon as she stops moving, because her invincibility, she doesn't have any invincibility on her like last hit. So cape, moving, cape, missed it. So yeah, again, once you get the second cape, it's pretty free. Cape, I just need to get the second one. Cape, moving, cape, middle, cape, to the right, cape. To the left, cape. As soon as she's moving, she has no invincibility, cape. And that's how you do the fast Madam Mim kill. It's just about grinding it and getting the timing down for each cape so you can avoid her invincibility between hits. But yeah, that's pretty much the fast kill. That's the fastest way you can kill Madam Mim. Even if you don't get the fast kill, even if you miss a second cape, you can still just cape her out every time you stop seeing her flash, and it'll still be like a decent Madam Mim. But yeah. That's that, then you just run in. So make sure not to run to the right back into the cookie. Can you even go back in the cookie jar? Oh, well, there's a life in the cookie jar, but I suppose you can get that if you really need a backup, I guess. I didn't even know there was, but that loses a bit of time, so if you don't need the life, just run straight to the left for this level. So I'm going to do like basic strats for the start. So I'm going to just crouch these guys, run to this, and then trigger the text and just mash A. Just take the damage there, that's fine. And then you want to jump, you want to go in these mushrooms and you want to make sure to jump on each of the mushrooms. Don't go to the bottom route because they'll get hit a lot. So from here, you can jump on this bell, jump on this bell, jump on this bell, and then get up here. It just means you can avoid all the enemies at the bottom. So even on a basic strat, you should try that. Then you jump on these cards. You can wait for this one and then jump on this. Wait for this to go across, jump. Wait for this to go across, and you can jump there. You can just run through those enemies, or you can jump cape them if you get kind of scared of them. Just wait for these cards to come across and then time jumps to land on them. So on Mickey, so these dice, the correct dice is basically depending on the route you're doing. So for Mickey's route, the dice you want to stand on is the 3 dice. That'll get you to the right level you want. And once you stand on that 3, it'll go into the ground and then you go to this. But now I'll show you the advanced strat for this card level. Crap, I probably don't have a good save state. So it's jump cape. I don't think. Oh, I suppose I can do mem again and then I'll make another save state. Jump cape. Jump cape. I missed it, but even as you can see, even with one missed cape, as long as you wait for the invincibility to wear out, she'll land, and as soon as she lands, you can hit her. And that's still a really fast Madam Mem. It only lost like a wee bit less than a second or so. Or about a second. So still good, even if you missed the like hard second cape. And then we're gonna, just before we go in here, we're gonna make a new save state to show off. So this is gonna be the advanced way to do this card level. So it's very precise jump capes. So run, jump cape early. I was too early. So you run a wee bit first, and then you wanna like run a bit. Jump cape, jump cape. You want to jump cape immediately after the first jump cape lands. Then you jump because the card will be there. You crouch through that heart, which lets you jump through that heart guy, and then you'll get on top of the mushrooms, and then you're pretty much clean sailing to avoid all the enemies from there. So run a bit, jump cape. Didn't run enough. It's a very knowing the distance of how much you run before you jump. So run, jump cape. Barely missed it. Run, jump cape, jump cape. Trigger the text, and then you wanna, as soon as like they're about to hit you, you crouch the hearts, and then you're on top of these mushrooms. So I try to get ledge jumps on these if you're trying to be a bit faster. And in the way on the basic one, I told you to go to that bell that I just triggered there. Well, instead of going for that bell, if you get a good enough jump, you can skip straight to the top bell and go on those two. So it just basically like saves the time to have to do a jump. But yeah, do that. Then it's triggering these, and then if you're fast enough, you can just jump before the black cards even push you back. So it's just holding forward and jumping at the right times instead of waiting for them to like do their cycle. It saves a bit of time. Jump cape all those guys. Don't actually go too fast here because you can outrun the cars and you can actually die. Make sure to take it don't take it real slow, but make sure you're on a pace so you're not gonna like die by being too quick. Jump on the 3, land in front, and that's the advanced way to do that pretty much. I'll not explain it, I'll just try to do it fast now to show it off. Oh, almost. Yeah, you can also do 2 short ups here instead of like running. So I tend to do that. So jump cape, mash A. Try to get a ledge jump to get some speed. Crouch the heart. Jump on the mushroom to avoid all the enemies. I missed my jump, so he hit me, but it's still fine. We're still jumping. Top bell. Mash A, trigger the animation, make the cards go. So mash A. Then be quick enough to make these jumps without the black card pushing you back, which is just holding right and doing jumps. Jump cape those guys. You can jump cape this one. Mash A. Keep a decent pace but slow down a wee bit just to not be too fast at the same time. And then run on to the 3rd dice, short up on it, and then jump through this door. And that's the fast way to do that level. So now it's an auto scroller, so this level is pretty straightforward. Just run to the right, you'll go in this mirror. So this mirror is the auto scroller now, so it doesn't matter too much about how fast you are. There's basically the main thing is you do not want to get this bag that's coming up. So this bag is a bag you don't want to get. I'll get it because I'll show you. So as you can see, it's fireworks. So the fireworks kill every enemy on screen, but the animation takes really long, so it loses a lot of time. So what I would recommend doing is jumping over that bag because it loses that much time. So even taking the hit from those enemies is totally fine. So walking, there's going to be a statue guy, caping, a statue guy, caping, and then the bag's going to be here. So make sure to run, jump over this bag. Even if you take the hit from these guys, that's fine. Just damage boost through them afterwards. Jump past these holes, cape him, jump past the hole. There's a wee hole. Watch out for the wee mini holes there, just to make sure to jump past them. On chandeliers, you want to run underneath them and then run back. The plates will basically go to the center of them, then crouch. So these candles have a fixed arc, they circle, and basically I'll try to. So yeah, run to the chandelier, run back. Then the two plates, go to the center of them. When you see the plates rise, hold crouch and A. Wait for the candle, then jump whenever you see them come back. I still got hit there, but yeah, I'll try to show it off again. But it's not too. This actually isn't too complex. So we're running. Keep this guy. Jump over this bag because it's really slow fireworks. Taking the hit there is totally fine, and then it's just jumping over these holes. So don't go too quick because you want to be able to see what's in front of, like what's in your way. So the mini holes you want to make sure to jump over as well. If you go close to them, they'll go bigger. And then go to the middle when you see the plate rise, hold crouch and A. So for the candles, you want to let two of them go. Then on the next two, you let them go and you jump. If you miss it, that's fine. Like I missed it there, you can take the damage and it's still okay. Chandeliers, run into them, run back. Trigger them, that's fine. Plates again, crouch A when you see the plate rise, wait for two of them. So I want to jump when I see the first candle come back out of the last two candles, and that's it. So basically it's crouching crouching plates when you see the first plate rise. It's running and jumping over circles, running underneath chandeliers, and running back when you see them start to shake. And when you see them start to shake, make sure to run back and then run forward when they've landed. And making sure to jump over the last or the first bag you see, because it's really slow animation fireworks. You can get that hard cape that I hit there to avoid the damage boost, but it's like really, really hard to time that cape. And taking a one bit of damage there usually isn't too bad. So run when you see the plate rise, hold crouch A. So let the two, so that's two candles, the candle came back, jump over the hole, trigger chandelier, run back, and then the plates again, crouch when you see it rise, two candles, when you see the candle come back you jump, and that's it pretty much. And then that's the end of the auto scroller. If you're not confident with getting those jumps over the candles, you can jump into the last candle that's going to hit you, and as long as you make it to the end of the screen, it's not really going to be any slower, but you'll just have to watch your health a lot more in that case. Gives you a lot more leniency of like if you want to do more damage boosts and so on to like avoid the candles and avoid the chandeliers and stuff. So if you can time those jumps when the third candle is coming back at you, time a jump to get over the last two circling candles to keep busy to keep health for this level. So this is like the final overall stage of this. So basically this wizard is gonna make like circles. If you're quick enough at the start, you only have to jump over the first one, and then you can just run and you don't have to bother. Then you can jump over these guys. Make sure to do an early jump because they're very high. So I'll show it off if you do like too early or late of a jump. So if I jump too early, I get hit because he's very tall, and if I jump too late, then I also get hit because he catches me because he's really tall. So now I'll show off what happens if you jump at the correct time. So it's jumping early but not too early, like there. Just a wee bit before you're touching them. And if you do it here, you can also jump at the right time to land on this stair. I crouch boost on that, but that's very, very, very hard. Because you want to do two full hops, and then these are just jumping at the right time again. For this part, I jump intentionally to get hit by this guy, and then I just hold right and do hold A jumps, and you'll just take your invincibility straight through the enemies. You wait for these and jump cape on each of them, otherwise this wizard will hit you. On the third one, this one there is none, so you can just jump it though, and then you jump, and make sure to just jump in this. And then it's just running off this platform and jumping, or running off this platform and just running down these stairs, and you'll get to the very last screen of the game until the boss. So, running jump. You don't have to jump it. Jump at the right time. Not early, but not too early. just but when you're a wee bit of distance before him. You land on the second step, and even if you're not confident in the crouch boost, just do 2 jumps that clear 2 stairs each time and take that bit of damage. I tend to get this light, but you don't need to, just so I can see the enemies and then I can jump at the right time. So jump a wee bit before. So a bit before. Watch it, there's a bit of lag here, so timing your jumps as you kind of awkward. So take the damage there, hold full right, and just keep holding holding A for full jumps. And as soon as you touch the stairs, jump again. So running jump cape, and on the last one you don't, you can just running jump. And here I like to keep jumping so I keep my speed, but you don't have to. And then that's basically that screen. The last thing I'll show off on this screen is the crouch, the damage boost, but it's very, very tough and doesn't save that much time. But I'll show it off just in case anyone is ballsy enough to go for it or wants to learn it. So you need to land on this step, jump quick, and you need to land on that step where I got hit there. You need to land on it extremely fast and early on that step so you can get a crouch out in time before that enemy gets on it. Otherwise, he'll hit you before you crouch and you'll take hit stun. But I'll jump early on the step, crouch, and I barely got my crouch out in time there, so as you can see I crouch boosted through him, didn't take the damage, and it's just a wee bit faster because I take no hit stun. Just it saves a little bit of time, but it's very hard. You have to make a very specific fast cycle to hit that crouch boost. So only go you can try it, but don't go for it really if you're not confident. Just be willing to take that one bit of damage and just go through them even after hit stun. So jump, and then just jump into here. And then now we're going to the final screen of the game, which has a very advanced strat as well. It's basically, and I'll show. Well, you can also crouch boost here, saves a small bit of time. It's just a visual cue like the rest of them. So here I like to, for the advanced strat here, I like to run, jump cape these, jump cape again early, jump cape really early here so you can jump past that guy. Then there's a really, really specific crouch boost here. I kept it, and as you can see, I'm keeping so much speed by jumping. I actually got that crouch boost first time, which is surprising. But there's a very specific pixel you want to crouch there to actually get all that speed when you crouch boost. And if you do, you want to keep jumping to keep the speed. Like that, I jumped at the end, so I kept the speed. Crap. Jump cape, or now I'll do the basic way. So the basic way would be to run, jump over these, crouch that, jump that. You can jump cape this guy, even if you get hit, it's not the worst, just go past him. Jump cape that guy, run down these. Jump cape all the enemies you see, so the 2 cards them. So jump on this and jump cape immediately as soon as you land, and then just keep running. Basically any enemy you see here, it's pretty easy to just jump cape. You don't have to just, it's technically a bit faster thing to just jump them, but if you're not confident in clearing them with jumps, you can just jump cape them, then just run to the end, and that's basically the level. The advanced way is to jump cape, if I can get it at the right time. So jump cape, almost. Sorry, it's really awkward with this save state. I have to press it and then be ready to be on my controller. Jump cape, like that. Then a really early jump cape, so then he's still taking damage here. So now I'm going to show you the crouch boost. So basically you want to land, I wonder if I have to do it while running or not. I don't. So basically there's a very specific pixel where you want to crouch. It's very, very near the end of this first step you want to crouch. And if you've done it right, you'll... So I didn't do it right there because I didn't get the speed. I slid off and was standing. I did it right there and got the speed. So basically it's around, I'm going to show you the exact place where it is. So let's see if we can get it. Let me kill these guys. So basically it's about, I think it's around here. Yeah, so I didn't get the biggest one, but that's about the area you want to do it. But you obviously want to do it from a run so you waste no time. So it looks like... right, I actually crouched too close to the edge, so it's just a bit before the edge. I want to try to show you it out of a run. It's very hard to time out of a run though, because it's such a specific pixel you have to crouch. So I'm going too near the edge. That's why I'm just cancelling the. That's it there, is it? No. Yeah, it's very near the end of the stair, but you don't want to be too far either. So it's as you can see, it's extremely fidgety. So that's it there. So yeah, it's hard to say exactly where it is, but I have a small visual cue I use, but it's still hard for me as well. But if you get it, just make sure to keep jumping to keep speed and watch out for the enemies. If you get hit by the enemies, you'll obviously like not be able to jump and lose all your speed afterward. And then I just crouch. So I basically, for each of these steps, I always crouch near the edge of the step, and if you do it right, you'll get loads of speed. So like that, and then and then you want to jump when you see you've landed, so you like keep the speed. And that's that final screen done both the advanced and basic way. But again, I would not recommend doing any of the crouch boosts. The crouch boost, seesaw jumps, or stapler jumps until you're at least on like a decent 16 to 15 pace. It's probably not worth putting them into your game plan, because you can easily get a 16 with just the basics if you're like fast enough and don't get hit too much. So Pete's pretty straightforward. You just jump cape him. So I stay on the second pillar that goes up and down, and it's just basically jump caping his face. And my visual cue for when I jump cape him again is letting him do two munches, I call them, where he puts his mouth up and down. So as you see, 1, 2. Well, that was the last hit. But yeah, I run to the second pillar, then full hop cape, 2 munches, jump cape, 2 munches, jump cape, 2 munches, jump cape, and it's just basically rinse, repeat that, and that's it. And if you're quick enough at that, you can do it. You can actually do that before the pillar goes down. So yeah, I'm just used to the timing of after he's done 2 munches, I instantly cape. And if you're fast enough, you get the last jump cape, and that's the boss. So basic way would just be like kind of just stay close enough to him to cape him. And if you miss a couple of capes, it's fine. Just make sure to jump into his face and cape him. Try stay on the second pillar as much as you can, because you actually don't really get hit. It never fully goes down. Well, if you're quick enough, it never fully goes down. And yeah, that's pretty much the game. Just jump caping him until he's dead. It's 2, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits, 8 hits. So it's 8 hits. Once you've done 8 hits, he'll die. And yeah, basically just cape, wait for his mouth to go up and down twice, and then cape him again. Do that 8 times, you'll kill the boss. And that's the game basically. All you do is mash A through this text, and the time will end when the screen goes black. So boom, time. That would be the speed run. That would be when you like stop your split timer or whatever, whenever that screen goes black after you've pressed A after the book comes down. And that is pretty much a World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, the Mickey category. So I hope this guide helps some maybe new runners, or anyone looking maybe more advanced strats like the crouch boost, the stapler jumps, the seesaw jumps, and so on. Basically, yeah, it's like there's nothing cement I can tell you to like get those jumps. It's like very visual cues and muscle memory I use for the hard tricks. But grind it enough and eventually you'll get a feel for the timing of each of the tricks, like where you crouch, like the position where you crouch for each crouch boost, and the timing you tap A for the stapler jump and the seesaw jump. And make sure to hold right or left of horizontal momentum for the stapler jump. And yes, important things to note at the end of this are, if you're trying to do the advanced way, try to jump off every ledge to keep getting speed. Try to jump every time you have momentum to keep extra speed. Always do jump cape instead of just cape, because doing a grounded cape actually has lag. Whereas if you do a jump cape, when you land, the cape will have ended, so it actually takes up no extra time. And try not to touch the ground when swimming, because it can like reset your speed and make you slower. And I think that's about it. Nothing I can think of too much. Oh, and damage boosting with crouch. If you're ever going to take damage, like if you ever want to take like damage on purpose, try to crouch into them, because you don't take any hit stun when you're crouched. The animation will just be the same and you'll just flash, but you won't actually go into like a ow state. like, you know, when Mickey goes ow, and it takes like a second or two to like regain control. Well, that won't happen. But with that, that's going to be my Mickey guide. I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully it's helpful for anyone who wants to pick up this game, or anyone who's already picked up this game and wants to learn a bit more. And thank you very much. I may do a Donald one in the future. I'm not too sure yet, but I'll see. So thanks again, guys. I hope this helped, and I'll catch you on the next, either in my next stream in Montgomery or my next YouTube video. So bye. Hope you enjoyed.